What is the secret of the most successful people in the world? How do they find time for creating truly great things while we sometimes cannot even find time for completing the simplest tasks? What if I told you that they have absolutely same amount of time that you do, and the only trick here is that they know how to manage it better than you? That's why it's so important to constantly improve your time management skills. My name is Daria, and today I want to share with you some great time management techniques that you can start implementing today. One large study showed that it takes around 23 minutes and 15 seconds to get back to work after a distraction. If you can become indistractable, you will be performing better than 70% of people. Distractions can be external and internal. External distractions are those that distract us from outside. Notifications on the phone, music playing, mess on the table. If you want to fight with external distractions, the best thing that you can do is to organize your work environment. Turn off the notifications. Try to keep your phone out of your reach. That's what helps me the most when I try to be productive. If it's possible, shut down the internet on your laptop too. Provide yourself with water and some healthy snacks if it's needed, so that you don't run to the fridge every hour or so. Try to keep your work table tidy and minimalistic so that all this useless stuff don't pop up into your line of sight. Most common reason for being distracted is about what's going on in our heads. It can be anything: boredom, loneliness, anxiety, tiredness, and all these bad feelings that we are trying to escape from. When you are permanently distracted by a thought in your head, the best thing that you can do is not to ignore it, but instead to write it down in your to-do list. No matter if it's a brilliant idea that came to your mind or if it's something that you forgot to do, just write it down into your to-do list and then schedule a day or a specific time when you get all these things done. Getting into a state of flow is one of the most enjoyable things that you can achieve at work. In all the sources that I've read while preparing for this video, the definition of the flow sounds pretty much same. Flow is the state when you enjoy your work so much that you don't even feel the time. You may not even realize how long it took for you to accomplish the task, and nothing but the task really matters for you. In the state of flow, the brain works faster and it gets much easier to process and comprehend information. But if you manage to increase the time you spend in the flow by 15-20%, your productivity will double. Psychologists believe that the state of flow is very beneficial for your health and especially for your immune system. So, what do you need to do to get into the state of flow? Well, first of all, you need to concentrate on one important task instead of trying to get several small and less important things done. This basically means focusing on the key projects instead of doing lots of busy work like answering dozens of emails, making a lot of phone calls, attending a bunch of meetings, and so on. Important tasks are those that contribute to your long-term goals and things that you really want to do in life. Make sure that the task is challenging enough but not too hard. If a task is too easy, you will be able to complete it without investing too much effort, and that's what most of us want, an easy job. But the thing is that a task should be challenging enough to demand your full focus and concentration. However, if the task is too hard, you will find it difficult to dive yourself into it. So make sure that the task is not too hard but challenging enough for you to stay focused. Decide what time of the day will be better for you to work on the task. You need to find the right time for you when you feel more concentrated and more energized. For example, I'm most productive in the early mornings when most people are still in their beds. I love the feeling of calmness and that I know that I've got the whole day ahead, and that's what makes me the most concentrated and I get into the flow almost right away. For you, it can also be lunchtime or late in the night. Just pick up the right time and go in the flow. The proper time management always starts with setting up goals and knowing how to move forward in life to achieve them. So let's talk about one of the most popular goal setting techniques. The idea of it is pretty simple. Every SMART goal should be written down in accordance to the following criteria. Specific, clearly defined desired outcome what you are trying to achieve. Measurable, there must be an efficient way to measure progress. Achievable, the goal should be supported by available resources. Relevant, it must fit a bigger picture and you must know the exact reason why you want to achieve it. Time-bound, a clear deadline for your goal. The truth is that most of the people don't really bother themselves to set up their goals. Only 10% of all people actually write down their goals and think about the ways to achieving them. But if you write down your goals in accordance to this technique, it will give you a clear understanding of the steps that you will need to take to achieve your goal and the time that you will spend on it. You can find many detailed templates on how to set SMART goals on the internet, and we will also talk about it in the next videos. Kanban is a Japanese board meaning billboard or a signboard. The main idea of a Kanban board is to have a visual board that helps you to track your progress on your goals. You should draw several columns on a blackboard to visualize the stage of each of your tasks. The columns on the blackboard are usually task, in progress, done. Then get the sticky notes with the names of your tasks and simply move them to the column your task is currently at. That's how you get a nice visual representation of your task and determine at which stage of completion they currently are. The truth is that you can only manage what you measure. By employing time tracking, you will be able to have a clear picture on how much time you have spent working on different projects and how much productivity you really earned so far. Keep a log of how you spend your time at least for a few days, and you will understand whether you spend your time on something really important or not. Keeping a time log sounds very difficult, but actually it takes less attention than you might think. All you need to do is to mark every half an hour on how you spend your time, and once you have data for a week, look it over and evaluate everything that you see. That's how you will understand what tasks should demand more of your attention and on what things you should spend less of your time. There is a 130-page book about the Pomodoro method, but in reality it's a very simple but very powerful technique. All you need is to get your to-do list and a timer. Set your timer for 25 minutes and concentrate on a single task until the timer rings. When your session ends, mark 1 Pomodoro and record what you have completed. Then enjoy a 5-minute break. After 4 Pomodoros, take a longer break for 15-30 minutes. And these are all the tips that I wanted to share with you today. I find these simple techniques the most effective for myself to stay productive and to finish my tasks on time. I hope you will find them useful as well. Follow the channel for getting more information about education and the personal development. Thank you for watching. Bye!